lady.
We
We
can
can
make
make
war,
war,
make
make
babies.
sir.
Back when I was
Sir.
nothing, you made a
You
brother
made a
feel
brother feel like
he
you
was
was
something.
something.
That's why I'm with you to
That's
the.
why I'm with you to this day, boo. No fronting. Even
Hey,
when the
it
skies
was
look gray,
great.
you will rub me on my back
And
and
say,
say,
baby,
"Baby,
it's
it'll
gonna be
be
okay.
okay."
Hey,
It's
Riddle
real
to
real
a
to
to
a
brother
brother
like
like
me,
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 baby.
baby,
baby. Never ever give my away and
and
keep
keep
me
it tight.
tight.
Hi.
Alright.
And I'm gonna walk these walls so you can live in the fat
In the
In the
fat
fat ass
crib with
crib with
thousands of
thousands
kids.
of kids.
word life. You don't
Word
need a
life, you
ring to
don't need a
be my
ring to be
life.
my wife. Just be there
Just
for
be
me,
there
and
for
I'ma
me,
Hey,
and
make
I'ma
get it,
sure
make
we
sure
Airy.
we living in the effing
Live a
living out the
luxury.
luxury.
luxury. I'm
Realizing
realizing
that
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 you
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 didn't
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 need
have
have
to
to,
to.
f with me,
Hey, but you did.
but you
but you
did.
did. Now I'm
Now I'm
going
Going
all
going
all
all
out,
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 kid.
kid,
kid,
and I
and I
got
And I
got
mad
got
love
mad
to
mad
love to
love
give.
to
give.
give.
Hey, come on, this the part. Yo, oh, hey, I
Oh, I
need, hey,
need
to get
to
by.
get by.
Hey,
Ah,
hey,
you're
hey,
all
from the gut,
I
hey.
need.
One more
One more
time. Hey,
time.
hey.
I...
All right, that
You
was.
could skip. You
Wow.
could skip the second verse. Give it to Mary.
Nah, let's start.
Yeah, for
Oh
sure.
man, oh man. Oh man, welcome back. Oh man, you know we gotta start
Nice.
things a little bit spicy. You hear me? Greetings and salutations to you all tapping in on YouTube. Shout out to the YouTube viewership. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to the being serenaded by Allison. I am also joined by the delightful, sweet melatones of Clubhouse. I got Instagram up here with me. Y'all know how we do this tonight. You hear me? We're gonna talk about some things. We got a nice little topic to discuss, and yeah, I'm very interested to see how this conversation goes because y'all know how we do, man. Y'all know how we do. We keep it spicy, we keep it fun, and we keep it trill. We keep it trill. You know, what up to everybody? Ping a couple of people. Ping the familiar faces, please. And thank you. What up, though? Shout out to the collector. Shout out to YouTube. Tap in with us. We're going to talk about this topic tonight. And I want to talk about it from a few different angles. Let me get this out the way and clear the white noise on my desk. Let me see what's happening here. All right, so I want to talk about, what I want to talk about tonight is the statement that I made, statement that I had a conversation with, statement that I believe to be very true. And I think that we're being misguided, misinformed, miseducated, and it's just a mess. And that conversation I want to have with you guys here tonight is the worst thing you can do in your 20s. Excuse me, the worst thing you can do is have fun in your 20s. We're going to have a conversation tonight. It's going to get a little spicy, but I'm going to try my best to control the tone of what's happening. I want us to have a conversation and approach this topic from three particular angles, okay? The first angle, and I know I'm going to have to repeat this a couple of times because there's going to be people coming in, showing up, but I want us to approach this from three different angles. The first angle is the developmental stages of the brain, right? The second stage, I want you guys to tap in and give your commentary on the things that most often go wrong by having fun in your 20s, okay? And last but not least, if you're not in your 20s, if not in your 20s, then when's the right time to have fun? We're going to slow walk this dog YouTube viewership, Instagram viewership, Clubhouse. We're going to slow walk this dog. We're going to have a conversation because there's a lot of people, a lot of children out here that's being misguided, that's being misinformed and miseducated. And respectfully, y'all know my motto and how I get in that bag of it all starts at home. And I think these kids are being misguided and misinformed and miseducated because of what, if we're parents now, because of some of the things that was shared with us by way of our friends, family, and social circles. And so Allison, Ari, Ashley, ping the appropriate people, please. Let's create this community of good fellowship and good conversation, because I think that we have the capacity to get into our bags and really unpack these things. Shout out to the _ collector's choice. Shout out to you on YouTube tapping in. Yeah, I need your commentary, please, and thank you. Let me ping. Let me see what's happening here. Get the Giants in here. Because I think that this is a very important conversation to have. A very important conversation to have, because you know, if you're not parents, at some point in time you will be parents, and sometimes, again, I don't want to get too ahead of ourselves. So what I'm going to do is talk about the developmental stages of the brain. And let me get the people in here that can really add their 2 cents in on this, and I think, you know, no pun intended, bust it open. So we all know as a youth, right? From, I think it's the ages 1 through 5. Instagram, hit the button. I want to be brought up. I bring y'all up. Y'all can sit up here with me and bust it up with me, you know, as we unpack these topics. So we all know. If you don't know, I'm here to inform you. What up, though? Make sure you guys hitting that like button on YouTube, on Instagram. I mean, on Clubhouse. The link is up top. It's very important why am I having a hard time saying this word tonight? From a developmental stage of the developmental stages of the brain, I think is actually from birth to about maybe 6 or 7, the brain is coming into its turn. It's absorbing. It's just getting the wind beneath its feet. It's understanding. It's doing the knowledge, how we like to say. It's hearing. It's listening. It's understanding the world that's going on around it. But it's not fully developed yet, right? Like, we still going through terrible tools. Then you got elementary school, and it's influential. The kids are trying to figure out who's who and what's what. Then they become a teenager, and you still are trying to come in terms of trying to understand what your body's doing, right? As a man and a woman, you know what I'm talking about? As a little girl and a little boy, we're still trying to understand what's going on with our bodies. And then we get into our 20s. Right? And they say all the time, when you're in your 20s, you should have fun. You should have fun. And I'm here to debunk that. I think having fun in your 20s is one of the worst things you can do as a child. But I don't blame children, because respectfully, well, they're told what? Have fun in your 20s. Go out there. Go date. Don't take nothing serious. Try to figure this out. You don't like this? It's okay. You got time. No, you don't, but go do it. You understand what I'm saying? So I want to get it from the Giants. I want to get it from you all. YouTube, tap in. Giants in the chat, please tap in and weigh in, and hit that like button. Y'all know how we do. Live on Broadway podcast. Let's get into it. I'm going to start with you, collectors. Then I'm going to throw it to Clubhouse.
Speaking of experience, I like the hat. That's my nickname right there, Socks.
My man. Okay.
Stands for speaking of experience. But speaking of experience, nah, man, not even. That's only over here they tell you that shit, but it fucks you up. Like, I'm paying for shit that I laid out in my 20s right now. I'll give you a quick example of something simple. I got a clothing company right now.
Sure.
But due to the fact that the things that I did in my 20s and my teenage years and shit like that, there's people that they wouldn't even consider fucking with my shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you make your bed and you lay in it. I think the 20s should be focused on financial literacy, learning yourself more, you know what I'm saying? Understanding, traveling.
Yes, sir.
You know, finding out and homing your craft. Whatever your craft is, you should be working on that shit from elementary school, because that's what they do with kids outside of America. Whatever your craft is, they working with you from elementary school. You're not waiting for after college and after your 20s.
Right,
I don't
right.
think that whole theory about having fun in your 20s is cool. I think having fun after you take care of your priorities is cool. You know what I'm saying? I think that's when the time is to have fun, because you took care of everything that you're responsible for. So now all your time is actually free.
Right.
You know, if you ain't taking care of yourself, how you got free time?
Wake
You
that
ain't
up.
taking care of your finances, how you got free time?
Where? How?
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people are misled by that 20 shit, but it boils down to one thing, Way, is the programming what they want us to do. They want us to fly off the rail in our 20s, so we scrambling at 40 and 50 trying to put our shit together, but we could have had it together since we was 25.
Hello.
If we was working on it since we was 15.
Right. Right.
So I don't think that running around in 20 shit is it. I'm speaking of experience. I did it, and there's a couple of things, and even with the dating game too, like, you know what I'm saying? You got to learn that shit early. You got to start recognizing what it is early and what you want out of it. You know what I mean? So if you don't want to be a player, you don't need to be playing in your 20s. If you don't want to be a player for the rest of your life, you don't need to be playing in your teen years. You need to be experiencing what real relationships are, because that's what you want to get into. You want to master that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Indeed.
So I'll park it. You can bring somebody else up, King.
Yeah, indeed. So I'm gonna need you guys to pull up and have this conversation with me, because tonight we're gonna debunk some things about some information that was shared with us. Back in the day when we was young, we not a kid anymore, but some days we sit and wish we was a kid again. You know what I mean? Jesus. Clubhouse, tap in with me. YouTube, I need to see you in the comment section. Tap in with us on YouTube. I need your energy. Giants on YouTube, tap in. I want to see them. I want to see that comment section go up. Tap in with me, Clubhouse. Let's go.
If I knew what I know now in my mid-30s that I knew in my 20s, Lord knows I would have made some better decisions. I was always told, hey, in your 20s, have fun, go out, experience life, like really don't take too much serious. In your 30s, that's when you start settling down, getting your career together. No. If I would have got my stuff together in my 20s, learned a little bit more about financial literacy in my 20s, I could have had more in my 30s. Yo, and
Hello?
in this thing of having fun in your 20s, you have fun after you get the bag.
Right.
You have fun when you have those zeros before the decimal point. So I'm gonna land there. Your 20s is not the time for you to have fun. It's your time for you to learn and educate yourself and get your bag up. So in your 30s, you got more than what you would have had if you wouldn't have played around.
So what about the brain? Because as I stated, I want to talk about this from 3 different angles. And I'm going to start there with the developmental stages of the brain, right? Like before we even get to the 20s, the 20s is like stage 3, right? If we got our single ages, you know what I mean? 1 through 9, and then we got 10 through 19, you hear me? And then we got 20 on up. You hear me? So what about the developmental stages of the brain? How do you guys, because some of us have kids, right? And I'm happy that you guys said, I think it was you collective that woke it up earlier and tapped in and said something along the lines of the importance of, damn, I forgot what you said. It'll come back to me. But when you're a kid and you're tapping in, hold on one second. Let me remove this guy because I don't know. He looks trolly to me. He looks kind of trolly. So when you're a kid though, and you're young, and your brain is coming of age, let's talk about it from there. Let's take it back to the cereal boxes and the milk crates and the shooting bull on the milk crates your earliest memory of X thing. Let's start there. My earliest memory of being a child may be something along the lines of ice cream cake, ducks. You understand what I'm saying? Rubber ducks and stuff like that. Like that might be my earliest memory of my childhood, right? So I want to take it from there. I want us to really like unpack this thing and think about these things, because what was your earliest memory as a child? Allison, what was your earliest memory as a child? Because we're unpacking this thing from a few different angles tonight. And the first angle is going to be the developmental stages of the brain, because we're going to get to our 20s and we're going to talk about a few things. And I want us to unpack it. Allison, tap in. YouTube, put it in the comments. Let me read it. Y'all know how we do. I want to read it. I want to know, what's your earliest memory of being a child?
I just had this discussion. I remember being with my grandfather and him taking me to a football practice he owned. He was part owner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, so I remember going to the training camp and knocking over the helmets of the players and stealing their Gatorade and running around and putting on the helmets. And
yeah, you've been a savage, huh, Allison? You've been out. Okay.
So I remember, doing that, and then after him taking me for ice cream and riding around, and I mean, I was young. I was probably like 3, 4 years old, but I definitely remember that vivid memory.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Tap in with me. What's your earliest memory as a child? And as a child, I mean from ages 0 through 9. Ages 0 through 9. What's your earliest memory as a child? Clubhouse, tap in. YouTube. I want to see you in the comments section. I appreciate the likes on YouTube. Tap in with us. Sammy, there you go, Sammy. Yeah, Sammy. Sammy, no.
Nah. My parents took me and my sister when I was I 9? No, I was 8 and she was 6.
Mm-hmm.
And Janet Jackson was at Madison Square Garden.
5, 4,
and
3, 2,
yes.
1.
Oh
hey,
my God,
hit that shit. Hey.
Mind. I lost my mind. Lost my whole mind. And we met her fiance at the time, Renee, because we were sitting right by the sound stage.
Nice.
And then my aunt knew Bill Bellamy. Like all the celebs came out that night. We met Bill Bellamy. Bill Bellamy was there. We met Eddie Murphy. It was just so like that was one of the best childhood memories, because I didn't think my parents was like, especially my dad taking us. Like, what? Daddy's coming too?
Wow.
So I knew my mom was gonna take us, but for my father to come was dope. Like that concert was lit. And of course, we stayed late after. Like, oh, we're gonna go meet Janet. Like, how you stay.
Look at that.
Leaving. Yeah, so it was a dope ass memory. That was good.
I love it. I love it. Collectors, what's your earliest memory of your childhood, King?
Probably going to the rallies up at the School of Law on 125th Street, because they used to let us all outside. If you know where that's held at that school, I don't know exactly what school it is. It's somewhere over there. It's on 125th in Harlem somewhere, but
125th and Adam Clayton Powell.
Right, and exact.
Yep. 126 actually, yeah.
Right, and exact. They'll put all the babies out in the back in the schoolyard, and we'd just be running around. We'd be playing and all that. And then, when you go back inside, your mind is blown away from what you're hearing your moms, your pops, and all the other gods in the earth build on. So that's one of them, actually kicking it with my grandpops at a young age on the stoop. He used to bring all us out on the stoop. He'd be sitting on the stoop. It'd be my grandpops, me, my sisters, and all that. And real talk, he used to give us our little cups, and he'd have his Budweiser, and he'd pour us a little bit and go sip on Budweiser with him. Like, we ghetto babies. We really poor righteous teachers. So
I love it.
Sit on on the stoop with grandpops and just watch the world revolve.
I love it. I love it. I love it. You see, so the thing is, right? I think I hear a bit of it in all of us, right? Our earliest memory of our childhood, we all seem to somehow, even if there was trauma that was going on, we just reflect back to the positive, right? Like instantly, like kids have a way of just naturally being in tune with something that we as adults become detached from, right? So we get older and we got things going on. One of the earliest memories I remember from my childhood is I said the Ducks. I talked about the just being young and just being in front of a lot of good energy, but it got a little scary, right? Because I was the only child for a long time. I was the only child for a long time. And a lot of that energy that was shared with me in my developmental stages, because again, from the ages from birth through 5 or 6, or it might even be 7, but I'm just going to round it off and say 6. The brain, or say 7, I like that number better. 7, the brain is more developed. It's just absorbing. It's just retaining all the information that it can retain. And then somehow, some way, we become teenagers. Get scary around them teenage years. Teenage years are scary. You hear me? And I want to fast forward through the teenage years a little bit. I don't want to go too far. If some of you guys want to tap in the comments on YouTube, feel free to do so. But I know those teenage years, it gets a little scary because we think we know. We think we have an idea. We think our parents, that's probably 30 something at that age, right? If you're about 15, your parents are probably in their 30s or 40s at the time. You think you know. At least I did. I thought I knew what was going on because it was my first 6 months on the job, but they had years on the job. And they was telling me, yo, don't move like this, move like this. And I thought I knew. The reason why I'm starting here at the developmental stages of the brain is because we're retaining information. And as life goes on, we go through those terrible teens and we get in our 20s and we really think we lit because we could probably get in a club. If you carded, you valid. You go to a liquor store, you valid. You can do certain things and you valid. And to dovetail that with our parents are telling us, yo, your first heartbreak, it's okay. You in your 20s, you got time. You in your 20s, you got time. They telling us, they miseducating us, and they telling us things that's not valid. They moving in the way, and they telling us things that's ultimately gonna cripple us for years on years on years, because that's probably what their parents told them. But I want to wake it up and debunk it tonight. Again, we speaking from 3 stages: the developmental stages of the brain, the things that most often go wrong in your 20s, and then we'll sum it up with, if not in your 20s, when's the right time to have fun? We'll get to that. We'll end with that. But going on to, I'm happy we got through the developmental stages of it, because I want to tap in with you guys and talk about some of the things that are most likely to go wrong in your 20s. Because you out here, you having fun, because that's what nobody in here is not going to tell me that they mom, they pops, they uncles, they cousins, they aunties didn't tell them to have fun as children, right? And when I say children, I'm talking about your 20s, right? Everybody in here, your parents, you watching this, you listening, yeah, on the couch, yeah, y'all probably listening and knowing what I'm talking about. Our parents told us, yo, go have fun in your 20s because you're still young, and that's not valid. As the collectors shared earlier, and I believe it was Ashley, when you in your 20s, you find yourself in a place of making mistakes that's going to last you forever more. And some things, we going to learn so late in life that, we still recovering from things today from our 20s. But tap in with me, Clubhouse. Let me read these comments and see what's happening on YouTube. Tap in with me, Clubhouse. How you feel? We talking about the things that are most likely to go wrong as a result of having fun in your 20s. Tap in with me. Don't make me calling you Angel.
Oh my God, I knew you was going there. So, excuse the children's in the background. It's crazy because I always
You
say the
good.
20s is the years that I don't ever want to repeat. Like they had to be the worst years. Like I made the worst decisions, dated the worst people. Yeah, I made clearly like a horrible amount of bad decisions. So when people tell you like to have fun, it was the opposite. That was when you should be like laser focused on goals, making the right decisions on relationships because those are the rest of your life consequences.
Yeah.
And they don't tell you that. Like I could really vividly go back to decisions that I made in my 20s that I'm still paying for right now. So yeah, I have to like call BS on that. Have fun. I think that's where we need to be the most focused. Hindsight being 2020.
The most focused. So, what are some things? Give me some examples. Maybe not some of yours, but just in general, some things that you think are most likely to go wrong in your 20s by way of having fun. Because I got a couple. And if you want me to be honest with it, one of the first things I think of is one, because the brain isn't fully developed, right? The brain doesn't fully develop itself until about maybe 27, 20, north of 25. Okay, hence the reason why I jump in my 32 bag. But if you've been in spaces or podcasts and listen, y'all know what that's about. I'll get there later. But I think one of the things that is most likely to go wrong in your 20s by way of having fun, and I know we call them a blessing, but it's kids. Okay?
Wake that up.
Kids go because we're told to have fun, and sometimes as kids, we don't always understand exactly what that means. Because having fun, well, you want me to go, I'm 20 years old, you want me to go swing on the jungle balls? What do you mean? You want me to go to a carnival? What's that? What does fun mean? Adults don't delineate and get into that bag of explaining what fun is. It's supposed to be one of those things like common sense. Well, what is common sense? We don't know. There's no definition attached to it. We just blurt out things and expect children to understand what's going on by way of these things that we're blurting out, but we aren't giving any context to the things that we're saying, right? So I believe that children are one of those things, one of those big things that go wrong in our 20s. And not to say that kids aren't a blessing. That's not what Broadway's saying. I'm saying that I don't want to make this a blanket statement, so I'll tread carefully and say this. I think more often than not, more people that's had children in their 20s, if they could, maybe, perhaps, if they could defer that into later on in life, just for the opportunity of being able to accomplish other things at said ages, they might have. You guys tap in and let me know. Tell us some things that are most likely to go wrong as a result of having as a result of having fun in your 20s.
I did not have fun in my 20s. I had a whole family in my 20s. My kids were, I had my first son when I was 23. I had my second son when I was 24. So I was a whole mom and wife by 25. And I didn't mind that at all. I felt like that was what I should have been doing. And it was it just seemed like the right thing to do. I did have fun. I did have my fun moments, but as far as my family life always came first. Now that my children are grown in their 20s, I encourage them to go out and have fun
Yeah.
because I'm about to do the same. So we're both having fun. We're both outside. And because they're so close
No,
in age,
wait.
they do it together.
Run that part back to me about. I'm sorry because I missed that last part. You said now that you are XYZ and your kids are XYZ. I didn't hear that part. Tell me again. I'm sorry.
Well, they're both in their 20s, and they're adults now, so we're both outside. we're both having a good time. I don't necessarily have to worry about them parenting. You always are a parent, but you don't necessarily have to parent
Okay.
in that respect. I always want to make sure that they are good, but I don't have to, worry about them too much because they're good, respectable boys. Um, but I am at the age now where I'm gonna have fun. I'm going to um, date and be outside and just see my friends and enjoy myself. I've always been that person to always have girlfriends and be able to socialize even more so now after the age of 30. I really decided to socialize more.
Mm.
But I don't have to worry about my kids and who's around my kids because they have their own lives. So now I've decided, hey, I'm going to do me, and I make no mistake, no regrets.
So let me ask you something, Ali. When you say we're both outside and we're both having fun, what does that mean though? Like what like if you could give me a clear description of maybe not so your side, right? Because I don't care about your business. I don't care, and I respect your kids' business, but I just mean like when you say have fun, we're both having fun. What does that entail? Like actionable items.
They're 22 and 23.
Okay.
My children. So I'm quite sure that they are dating. Actually, my son FaceTimed me on Sunday and he's asking some random question and I was like, well, where are you? He's like, I'm out on a date. And I was like, oh, okay, all right, we'll have fun. Um, so I know he's enjoying himself with his friends, with his girlfriends. Um, and I'm okay with that because that's what you're supposed to do and that's what I want you to do
Sure.
as a young man. Um, so I'm not going to age him and say, oh, you need to find a woman now and settle down. No, I don't want you to do that. I want you to enjoy yourself. I want you to learn yourself. And therefore, by learning yourself, you will learn the type of woman that you will or will not want in your life. Um, so by doing so, have fun, meet different people, travel, do all the things that you want to do. The world is an oyster. You can you can do anything you want to do.
I just wonder though, right? I wonder I wonder if, and this isn't just to you, Ali, right? This is just a blanket statement. I wonder if, before I even jump into that bag, what are some things that can go wrong as a result of having fun in your 20s? Allison.
I I mean, it's about the maturity and the and responsibility. If you're not accountable and you're just plain old reckless, then I would think that that's where the negative aspect of quote unquote having fun would come in. But if you are responsible and you know boundaries and so forth and so on, there's right and wrong in everything. So
But
it just depends.
okay, so wait. Shout out to Trade too for the badges. Shout out to the Cash App as well. Listen, again, I don't think you answered the question. I think you're going around in a circle. I just want you to be very direct. What are some things that can go wrong as a result of having fun in your 20s? Right? That's a very clear, concise, direct question. I
Oh,
said,
you talking about them giving me a grandchild?
I'm not
No,
talking about your
no.
kids. I'm talking about in
Okay.
general. What are some things that can go wrong as a result of having fun in your 20s? I said babies too soon. So I want to get it from you and everybody else. What are some things that can go wrong as a result of having fun in your 20s?
Babies in jail, in my opinion.
Okay.
Those are the two things.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I can receive that. I can receive that. Collectors, what are some things that can go wrong as a result of having fun in your 20s?
All right, I say it like this. Fun is a funny word because when having fun, you're supposed to be happy. But when we in our 20s, not all, but some, like myself, I wasn't truly following what made me happy. I was still following what pleased others because I was following others. So there's a lot of things that could go wrong when you doing that. You know what I'm saying? As far as like you said with the children, like I said, I got a company now, but I rubbed a lot of people wrong in my past. You know what I'm saying? Dudes that I could look at now that's in certain places that I can't even really get next to because I rubbed something wrong at a present time, and I can't be upset because I did that.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I take it back to like you 20 years. When I was in my 20s, you know what I was doing? I had my son when I was 21. I was not the type of father I am that I am now, and I wasn't the type of father I am when I reached my 30s.
Right.
When I was in my 20s, I wanted to do music. I was spending thousands of dollars in the studio, which made completely no sense. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have no merchandise or nothing like that, so I wasn't recouping it. We feel like when people say have fun, it doesn't have anything. What we have to say is never stop learning, never stop educating, and you find out what if having a whole bunch of kids or being a athlete that goes to the park every day and plays basketball, is fun to you and makes you happy, then do it. You know what I'm saying? But most of the things that we doing in our 20s, from what people are saying up here, is things that wasn't making them happy because eventually they stopped. And right now at the age they are, they're talking down on it, just like me. You know what I'm saying? So in the 20s, I think we should be encouraging our children to really find yourself, find what you want to be and start working on that. All right, if you want to be a mother, that's cool. Be a mother. If you want to be a husband or a father, that's cool. Be a husband or a father and work on it. Master it, study it, experience it. But just being free and frivolous, that freestyle shit, that shit don't add up to nothing, bro.
But see,
you gotta have a target.
You see, and even though everything that you said, there's a lot of validity to it, right? I think we're having a hard time answering the question of what are things that can go wrong as a result of having fun in your 20s, right? Jail.
Yeah.
Right? Children. I say STDs. Okay, wake that up.
Lost jobs. You could lose some employment. I done had ill employment in my younger days, and I'm like, damn. And I think about it now, I'm like, damn. I had a cold ass job. Like, cuz was cool there, and damn. Now I ain't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Employment, relationships, and I ain't just talking about intimate ones. I'm talking about. You know what I mean? I had a relationship that I dread to this day with a homeboy, and we fell out in my 20s. Probably, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be, we fell out. But it's like, if I was older, that wouldn't have happened because that happened off the strength of another man.
Nepotism, right?
That's my boy was not supposed to fall out.
Right.
We're supposed to be tight as glue to this day.
Right.
And I can't even blame son for that we not cool. I blame myself.
Sure.
Not even that we not cool. I don't blame son that we not in the space that I wish we was in.
So
because I made decisions back then that I didn't have the knowledge of. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not studying those kind of things and I'm not practicing those kind of things. I'm following other people. So I think a big mistake you can make in your 20s is being a follower. You know what I'm saying?
See? There we go.
Shout out to the homeboy in the room, too. Rubber Loaf was cracking. I see you.
There we go. What up to everybody tapping in with us? Just to give a brief reset, I need everybody hit that like button. Hit that link up top on this Clubhouse. Hit that link. We are streaming live on YouTube, and I need everybody to hit that like button on that YouTube video. Please and thank you. Let's run it up. So just a brief, again, reset, right? So you guys understand the conversation we're having. Made a statement. The worst thing you can do in your 20s is have fun. Personally, that's what I believe. I believe too many children is running around, air quote, having fun. And for what? What are you having fun for? What did you do to quantify your fun? Because you're a kid? You're supposed to have fun? No. Fun are for children. You are a young adult. Young adults don't have fun just aimlessly. And especially in the ages of the brain being very developmental, right? Those developmental stages, the brain isn't fully developed to about maybe 26, 20. 7. You hear me? The brain. I'm talking about now you have a full understanding of who you are, what you are, what you want, and what you want to do for the rest of your life. I'm talking about forever, right? Because 25, I mean, from birth to 25, 26, 27, that goes by in a heartbeat. So it's very interesting to me. One of the things that I believe can go wrong is showing up for life late. And the collectors tapped in on that, right? I feel like when you have too much fun or when you're having fun in your 20s, you show up for life late. Other cultures, they get into it. In the black culture, we be late. And then we become a certain age, and then we be sitting back like, I wonder why, if I had, nah, we doing it wrong. Having fun in your 20s get you jammed up, get you stuck in life forevermore. So I don't believe kids should be out here, young adults shouldn't be out here having fun by way of having, how do you quantify it? What are you doing to make it make sense? Right? So I want to tap in. I want to get it from you guys in the comment section on YouTube. Tap in with us. I feel like there's a lot of people out here that's okay with having fun and teaching their kids to have fun. I don't think fun is the thing to do when teaching young adults. We got to teach young adults. Well, I'll get to that in a moment. Again, we're doing 3 stages. The first part is the developmental stages of the brain and what you're doing from birth all the way up into said 27, 28. I mean, 25, 26, 27, those years. We're talking about, we're up to the things that can go wrong by way of having fun in your 20s. Tap in with us. YouTube, Giants, I need the comment section. Tap in with us. We got DWI in here. We got Ariel in here. What up to the Giants? Tap in with me, D. How you feel? What are some things that can go wrong as a result of having fun in your 20s?
Something that can go wrong as a result. I think just some of what you touched on is just thinking you got more time than you actually have to make mistakes. And I get that because I probably said that to people before, actually realizing that you really don't have time to make that many mistakes because
Yep.
the rebound is not as simple as we make it sound. Like, oh yeah, you got plenty of time to figure it out. That's cool to make somebody not feel like they need to rush through to say, "Oh, I need to do all this right now," but we don't know. We don't know. Some people never made it. Biggie, Tupac never made it out of the 20s.
Because they was having fun.
So, right. So, I mean, it's hard. It's hard for me to. I had fun, but I didn't have that type of fun because I started my business at 25. So, and I worked 6 years prior to that at Crate and Barrel, building myself up from a floor stocker all the way up to a sales manager, and then traveling to Germany, early in my life. So I did stuff, positive. I still was going out to the clubs and partying, but I still was responsible. So it's kind of, nobody was telling me, yo, just have a ball now. Like, no, I didn't get that memo. So I guess that's why I didn't treat it like that. But, I guess the 20s, we feel like, we young and dumb, and we ignorant to a lot, so we just think that we should. But you're right. I don't think adults, grown people that's 40 and 50 should make somebody 20 feel like they got time to make mistakes. I think that was bad advice.
Right. Tap in with me, Lynn.
Go ahead, Lindell.
Now, the reason why they do that, me and my mom went over this, like when I was, I think, 27. Most parents are so poor or broke during that time that fun is what they tell you to do because they really can't tell you anything else that will probably financially get you somewhere or socially get you somewhere because they limit themselves on where they could be. So fun is
Break
something
that up.
universally can tell you to do that it's okay and it's socially accepted.
Right. I like that. I like that. That's one of the very few tools they have is to tell you to go have fun because I like that. I like that a lot. Ariel, welcome, Queen, welcome. Appreciate having you in here on stage. How you feel? How you feel? How you feel? We having a conversation. We're talking about the worst thing you can do in your 20s is have fun. What kind of value can you add to us, Queen? And hold on. We're walking the dog. We're not in the space yet of talking about if not in your 20s, when's the right time to have fun. I'll get there in a moment. Right now, we're in the stages of the developmental stages of the brain, and what are the things that can go wrong as a result of having fun in your 20s. That's what we tapping in on.
Like, it's like, okay, going off of my 20, I'm like, I had fun, but I had responsible fun because I also have younger siblings. I come from a very large family.
Okay.
Like, it's not like I can, like, oh, let's go have drunken nights all the time and let's go do this. It's like, first of all, I don't like being drunk, so that wasn't happening anyway.
Hit that like
But
button. I hear you.
I still wanted to go to school. Like, I'm like, that was fun for me. Like, experiencing the college life. Like, girl, let's go to school. Let's go do this. Like, we live in California. Let's go to the school. We go to the beach every other day. We go to clubs once in a blue freaking moon. If we did drink, it was like socially day drinking. Like, we cooked all daggone day. We learned crap. We bonded because I like to learn. Like, if we can converse and like share ideas, that's considered fun to me. Oh my god, I think I'm a nerd. That's cool. But like, I'm like, that was fun to me. I'm like, granted, I got roofied at a club one time, but even that night was freaking fun. Like, just the way the whole entire night happened, it is a freaking hilarious story. It's like, I think I was never told to have fun in my 20s.
Oh,
Like, I
you're an
just
anomaly.
like I watched what my mom went through.
As a
I've seen
result of
what my
having
grandmother
fun in her
went through.
20s?
No, that was just by making like minute mistakes. That some people were just like some people like, oh, I was out having sex, that's fun. That's not. I just okay, I guess. But like, you were being irresponsible. You weren't having
So
fun. You were out being irresponsible.
so hold on,
So
freeze frame on that right there, right? Because I think as in your 20s, right, what's happening is you're going out and you're saying in under adult leadership and guidance, they're telling you have fun in your 20s, right? What's happening is kids, I keep saying kids, young adults identify fun as acting grown. Why I keep hitting that button for? They think having fun is doing things that adults would do. Have sex, drink, smoke weed, do drugs, hang out all types of time, come in the house at inappropriate hours, just everything that the brain that they saw growing up, now it's actually coming into fruition. Now you're seeing everything. Hence the reason why you don't really know if you're raising your kid well until you put them out there on their own, and then you start to see how they treat people. Are they responsible with their bills? Things happen in life. How are they responding by way of these things? You see, the issue is when we tell our kids to have fun, the byproduct of that fun are the results that put them in situations that jam them up, and they can't get out those situations until years and years are removed. I think we tell kids to go out there and have fun and go do these things, and you're young, it's gonna be okay, and so forth and so on. And I think that's one of the biggest things that probably holds them back. Is the guidance of go have fun. But I'm sorry, Ariel, I cut your mic, Queen. My apologies.
like, it also fun. You kind of gotta before you mm, trying to tell a young adult to have, like, well, someone to have fun in their 20s. You have to kind of introduce them into a proper space.
To
Like,
have
if
fun in.
just like to actually grow in, to like grow in a more appropriate space. Because like if you grew up in the hood all your daggone life, most of your friends is hood friends. You already know what kind of festivities is that's considered fun. It's like, but when you actually move out with people who are like, we travel. We go over here and do stuff like this. Like we go visit and travel over here, learn stuff like this over here. Like when you do something like fun is supposed to be beneficial to your life. Like go out, go travel the world. Literally, go experience other things. Do things that when I feel like when parents say that, they just be like do things that I was not able to do. Like you're going to hear the stories and all that. I wanted to do this. I wanted to do that. It's like they're kind of building your dreams up so that way when you hit your 20s, do it all, but be responsible. Just like make sure that you're going to find your way back home. Make sure we're not going to have to find you strung out nowhere off of nothing crazy. It's like make sure that you're going to take care of yourself. There's only so much that we as your parents can
Hello,
do.
hello.
Like once you're out on your own, you have to learn. So it's like we can help you when you fall, but at the same time, at some point we have to just let you go and let you walk on your own.
Yeah, yeah. Um, shout out to that commentary first and foremost. We got BB Podcasts up here with us. Tap in with us. Are you by your mic on Instagram?
Yep, I'm here. I'm
Okay.
here.
Oh,
Thanks for letting me join.
yeah. No, thanks. We're delighted to have you, Quinn. We're delighted to have you. We're having a conversation. We're having a conversation as it pertains to the worst thing you can do is have fun in your 20s. How do you feel
Yes,
about that, Quinn?
yeah, I've been tapped in, and it's crazy because as someone who I put in a comment here, but like someone who was forced to mature faster because of my circumstances,
Sure.
I couldn't quote unquote have fun because that fun could have meant the difference between me eating and not eating, right? So it wasn't typical. And just in short, my mom passed the stage for breast cancer when I was 17, a month before my high school graduation. So going into college, I was 100% independent and I had to support myself. So fun looked like making sure I was in class, making sure I was getting my grades and stuff like that. And I was training to be, or I was in school to be a teacher, which I currently am a PE teacher. And so in that training, so coupled with, being in that situation and training as an educator, we are taught and trained on all developmental stages in life, which I think everyone should be taught and trained on that in high school because what does that teach you and tell you? Your frontal lobe is not even fully developed until you're about 23. So you can't even really make sound, solid, quote unquote, adult decisions until 25 or after. So all those decisions people make in their 20s and living it up and blah, 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 it's kind of a myth because, like I said before, the severity of those decisions or mistakes could be lifelong impact.
Hello?
So I knew that, and so I wasn't out here trying to quote unquote live it up and do everything my peers was doing, and I couldn't. Like I didn't have that luxury.
Right.
But now I'll be 30 this year, and I'm literally living my best life because I set myself up for success, and I didn't do all these crazy things in my 20s
In your
that I'm
20s.
having to recover from.
Yes.
Yeah, and like people think, oh, physically doing this and doing that. No, like the mental, emotional, psychological impacts that these things have on you, most people need to be in therapy because of it. So
Right.
I've been able to structure my life to where now I am having fun, but a lot of my peers are in recovery. So I would rather be having fun now than, having fun in my 20s when you don't, what do you really know at 20, 21, 22? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you truly know?
Right,
I
but
don't care how mature
yeah,
you are.
right. But at that age, you'll think you know everything
You think you know, yep, and you really don't know anything, like at
at
all.
all.
So now sitting here looking back at it, like I missed out on so many social events and hanging out and road trips and parties and all of these things. Like I can count on one hand the amount of times I went out in undergrad. But like I said, I was able to establish a life for myself. Now we travel where we want to travel. I currently work and live in Japan.
So you in
And
Japan right
we
now?
go. Correct. It's
Oh shit!
9:22 Thursday morning for me. But
Shout out to Japan.
Right. But like but it's hard to tell a young adult. Like you said, you grow up thinking, oh, not when I become an adult, I can't wait to. That was me, not knowing
Right.
that when I turned 18, I wasn't gonna have my mom. I wasn't gonna be in the situation to be doing this and that. And even when I got my first apartment and I could stay out all night, I never did. I had a bedtime. I had a time to be at home
Sure.
because the world is crazy out here. And as a young woman, I don't want to put myself in a position to be, for bad things to happen or people take advantage of me or whatever. So even though as a kid I thought, yeah, I want to be an adult to do this and that, once I actually got the opportunity to do that, my teachings came back into play. Like my
Okay.
mama always told me,
So those
there's a
things,
time and place for everything.
right? So those things that you were taught very early on ended up coming back and helping you out through life. I get it. I get
Oh,
it.
for sure.
I get
Oh,
it.
for sure. So, and the hardest thing to let people get people to see, there's a time and place for everything. There
Yes.
will be a time and place in your life when you can't stay out late all night
Yes.
or whatever, but you need to be more established and secure in your life.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I appreciate that BB podcast. I'm gonna tap in. DM me that link to your podcast so I can listen to it too, Queen. I appreciate it. We
Sure
we
will.
we have Siegel up here with us. We listen. Shout out for waking that up too in the comment section, collectors, because on YouTube, everybody hit that like button. On Clubhouse, hit that like button, scroll up to the top, hit that link, because we are streaming live on YouTube right now. Hit that like button. YouTube, tap in with us. Hit that like button. Y'all know what it is. We having a conversation because I'm sorry, Collectors woke up something in the comment section on YouTube. He said this is the perfect work for this. This is the perfect artwork for this topic because that song is crazy, right? The artwork that we chose to use was the I'm FREEF nigga free and I'm back. Y'all know the song, right? And I'm SINGLE. Y'all know the song, right? The shit is a bop, like it goes crazy when we out, right? Love the song, right? However, if we seen the video, right? If we indeed seen the video, we'll see a lot of bad decisions that's just happening by way of being in your 20s, right? We'll see. Everybody seen the video? Everybody seen that video, right? Everybody saw the video? All right, cool. I'm going to take the silence as an omission of yes. And it's one of those things where there's so many bad things that can go wrong as a result of having fun in your 20s. I really like what BB Podcast said. She said, y'all heard what she said, but I really agree with it. I want to move the conversation along a little bit. One of the things that one of the things, if we're to advance the conversation, if not in your 20s, when is the right time to have fun? I want to start to quantify this stuff. I want to give reason and give logic to when is the best time to. Because there's people that's viewing this and might be like, if I can't have fun now, when I'm gonna have fun in my 30s, when I'm supposed to be having kids and enjoying and doing my career, when am I supposed to have fun in my 40s? When I'm married, when am I supposed to have fun in my 50s? When I'm probably, whatever, right? And I say, yes, have fun in your 30s, once your career is set and you know where your ship is sailing to, okay? Have fun and when you have a reason to have fun, when you've been through enough things.
No.
All right, hold on, Siegel. Have fun when you've been in a place of feeling like I can go out and actually celebrate something. Because having fun in your 20s jam you up. Having fun in your 20s and listening to adults when they tap in and they say, yo, go have fun in your 20s, it jams you up. We already spoke about the things that can go wrong by way of having fun in your 20s, right? And when I say things can go wrong in the blink of an eye, because you could be having sex, you could be using drugs, you can be in jail, you could be incarcerated, you could be all these different type of things by way of having fun. And we all know enough situations that Kids that was good kids got jammed up because they was told to go have fun in their 20s. And then if it's not credit, if it's not school, if it's not babies, it's just so much wrong, so many things that can go wrong as a result of having fun in your 20s. I believe that having fun in your 30s, having fun later in life, in your 40s and your 50s, sure, there's a rhyme and reason for why you're having said fun, right? There's moments to be celebrated in between the hard work that you've accomplished. What did you accomplish in your 20s to quantify you having fun? But I'm gonna yield my mic to Siegel because I know she want to tap in. Tap in with me, Queen.
I just feel like so I agree with some of those points, but then again, I also know that life, like shit, we don't know when the time clock ends. So I feel like folks should be able to have fun in moderation. In your 20s, you need to be guided, but not don't just tell them niggas not to have no fun, because some of these folks don't even make it to 21, 25, 30. And hell, what if they focused all on just business, 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 and die at 20 fucking 5? Now, what type of life, and like, I don't know. I don't know.
I'm
I'm just
happy you
looking at it
asked
from a
that.
different aspect,
No, no,
man. You know
no,
what I
no.
mean? Because I agree 100% that it should not be all about fun. And I wish I didn't probably have so much fun in my early 20s, but at the same time, I got friends that ain't even fucking here, dog. Like, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
like,
yeah.
shit.
I see what you're saying, but check this here, right? And I totally agree, right? But let's debunk this. You said there's people that's not even living past a certain age, so why wait? Pretty much, why wait until a certain age to have fun? That's a whole nother room, a whole nother topic. But you're right, right?
Got you,
Because
got you, got you.
because when we're raised under harsh environments, when we're raised under just different circumstances that could heighten the chances of us losing our lives and getting clipped off and getting jammed up and whatever, that's a problem. That's a problem. But I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you. If a child is, yeah, maybe in moderation, you graduated, sure, let's go have fun. You study hard on your tests and you want to go little steam, sure, have fun, right? But there's kids out here, and we all know those kids. If I go outside right now, go 3 blocks down, 2 around the corner, whatever, we all know those kids that's just outside having fun and they getting themselves jammed up. As a kid, I got myself jammed up having fun. And I think that came under the leadership and tutelage of those that was before me that told me, yo, way, you young, it's cool, go have fun. And they didn't specify what fun looked like. You hear me? So that's the energy that I'm giving up. How you guys feel as a result of having fun? Should you have fun in your 20s? Do you guys just tap in with me? I need to see it in the comment section. Everybody on Clubhouse, please hit that link up top, and because we streaming live on YouTube, hit that link, and every like matters. So we appreciate everybody tapping in. And I want to get it from Ariel, from Ashley, from my guy, the collectors. I want to get it from you guys. I'm gonna tap in with Clubhouse, and then I'm gonna go to Instagram and YouTube. You know, I'm right here riding shotgun with you. I see your comment. I'm reading it. You hear me? Tap in with us. YouTube. Clubhouse. Hold on. Wait. I got some stuff going on over here. Keisha said, I know that's right. She said, hi to collectors. What up, though? She said, collector said, once your priorities are straight. I know that's right, King. Wake that up. I keep hitting that button. I don't know what's wrong with my finger tonight. Pause. Shout out. Keisha said, yep, I was gonna say older people tell younger people to have fun now. Yep. Collector said, check. He said, gas $5 a gallon. Ain't no time to have fun. Get money. I know that's right. Tap in with us, Clubhouse. What up though? What you got? Ashley, Ariel, what's up? What it do?
I agree with the aspect of while you're young, in your young 20s, definitely have fun. Most of my friends didn't even make it to 18, so it's like I grew up in LA, so it's just like we so when they're kind of like, for our aspects, like the way I'm seeing things, it's like get away from here. I left LA so long ago, almost 15 years ago, because I'm like, it's too dangerous. I may not make it out alive out here. So it's like, I gotta go. Once I left, 2 years later, my mom completely uprooted. She took the kids and moved to Northern California. I'm like, okay, cool. Now I feel better. Now, like, I'd feel more comfortable coming out there to come visit. Cause, like, okay, cool. Well, it's not that bad of a location to an extent. There was a elementary school shooting nearby. But I mean, it's wow.
It's rough.
It's better than growing up in LA.
It's rough. It's rough. And every ghetto is the same. You know, not exactly, but you get what I'm saying. It's full of travesties. It's full of people dying way before their time. It's just bad all the way around. And our parents have done the best that they could do with what they was given. Right? I'm just here to say, and I just don't want us aimlessly as a culture walking around and saying things like, yo, go have fun. Because the ramifications of said fun could be catastrophic. And some things we can't recover from just having fun. If it's under the right tutelage, sure. Cool. Kids work hard. They should feel a sense of knowing what it feels like to celebrate. I get it. As young adults, if you know and you focus in on what it is that you want to do, and you know what it is that you want to do for the rest of your life, attack it like such. And me, when I love doing something, when I'm tapped in, doing the thing is the fun. You hear what I'm saying? And that's what I'm trying to really wake up tonight. Doing the thing is having fun for the rest of your life. Because y'all know how it goes. If you love what you do, it won't be work, and you'll be having fun for the rest of your life. Have fun doing what it is that you love doing. And I want us to all, YouTube, take this back and share this information. Let's just be a little bit more conscious about just saying things to children, young adults, without the proper type of insight and the definition and defining behind it. Because it's easy to say things like, 1 + 1 is 2. 1 + 1 is 2. Well, how did you get that? Kids aren't smart enough to really ask those questions. They take things and they take it at face value, some because they want to assume that they know. And I watch adults do it too, and that's alarming. When you don't know something, say you don't know what you don't know. You understand what I'm saying? Say it. You don't know it, say it. I watch adults and kids do the same. They don't know a word, they won't say, I don't know what you're talking about. They don't understand something you're saying, they won't say it, probably because other people are around, they want to act like they know. Or they're going to assume that they know. It's always best to ask the question, hey, hold on. Collectors, Prim, what you meant by that? Yo, Siegel, I heard what you said, but
What's up, bro?
Could you explain that a little bit more? I'm just saying, like, hypothetically, that this is what people do. They don't ask the why. They assume that they know what you mean, but they never ask the why. YouTube, I saw that comment, Keisha. What you meant by that? They don't ask that because they don't do the simple thing that they taught us in school. No dumb question is there's no such thing as a dumb question. Everything is on table. Everything is valid. But I'm a park there. I want to get it from you guys. Final thoughts. How you guys feel about the conversation as a whole? YouTube, tap in. YouTube, if you got comments, if you got topics you guys want to talk about, feel free to hit me on my Instagram, @IM_Broadway, and tap in and leave your comment below and leave your comments in my DM. Tap in with me, Siegel. I'm coming to you first. How you feel about the conversation?
I think it's a good conversation. I think that just from leaving the conversation, I still feel like we shouldn't tell folks not to have fun because people come from stressful backgrounds. School is fucking stressful, whether you in college, elementary, middle. Like, school is stressful as fuck. The other shit that got there contribute to that stressful environment. Depression is real. And these folks kind of do need an outlet to release some of this shit. As long as it's like a guided type of fun type of thing. Like, when you said that you should tell them to have fun, like, with something that they love to do, I agree 100% with that. And if that message is being pushed more than just telling a young motherfucker just have fun, I feel like we'll be better off. Like, tell them to have fun, but have fun doing something you absolutely love.
That's
to fucking
constructive.
do, that will enhance your life in the future and not hinder it with the silly fun you're having now. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I do feel like that could work. Because you're not telling them not to have fun. I'm just telling you to have a constructive way of fun that won't hinder, success in life moving forward, whether that's death, finance, etc. Like, you'll be here to still continue to be able to have fun. And then the older you get, the more lenient fun you can perhaps have. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that. That's a ball. That's a ball. That's a ball. We don't stand up. We don't stand and be strong and wrong. I like the way you put that. Constructive fun. I'm here for it. Tap in with me, collectors. How you feel, beloved? How you feel about the conversation? I see you in the comments on YouTube. How you feel about the conversation? YouTube, hit that like button if you're watching. I see you guys watching. Tap in with us. How you feel, beloved?
Conversation is dope, super dope. I feel about it the same way you feel about it, the same way the sister just spoke, feel about it. We got to have direction to it because I you know where I'm going to go with it. I'm going to always go there with it because that's where I'm from.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee you we didn't come up with that term.
Mm-hmm.
It was somebody trying to lead us astray.
Wake that up.
So with that being said, you need to have fun with what you like doing. You know what I'm saying? It's something you like doing should definitely be on positive time. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't even going to go into the other. There's no need to go over there. So if you are having fun with something you like doing, which is on positive time, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Having fun is making it home alive. You know what I'm saying? These kids, man, what they call having fun out here, it's vicious. It's vicious. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of them are following. Yeah. All these kids ain't demons. Yeah. Ain't that many demons out here. If there's that many demons out here, it wouldn't be that many good people around. We'd be gone already. Period. Point blank. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people just follow. You know what I'm saying? We need that. If you're going to have that saying and you're going to say that to the youth and you're going to lead your child, you got to, like y'all said, y'all have to tell them with guidance because just taking the 3 letters and running with it, that's freestyling.
Right.
Do whatever. Basically saying do whatever. When you say have fun, do whatever. That we can't do that. We got to have some guidelines on it. We got to have some standards on it. And it got to be focused around something positive, keeping you productive, and keeping you coming to an end goal that's positive for you and your family. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. As long as it's that, then that's having fun. That getting locked up, dying, you know what I'm saying, hurting somebody else,
that's hurtful.
Feelings or physically and all that. That ain't having fun. You know what I'm saying? That's not having fun.
Wow. Round of applause for that.
It's all fun and games till you lose somebody or you on the other end of that bad fun.
Talk about that, right?
Sister.
Tracy said, I remember taking hairspray and a lighter and making a damn blowtorch. Boy, that was so much fun to my to my era, but was very, very dangerous. A blowtorch, taking hairspray, and I did that too. You're not alone in that. I know exactly what you're talking about. You take the spray, you shake it up, you take the can, then you spray it, then you light the lighter, and then it go woof.
The Jamaicans do it in parties. They still do that in parties.
Damn, they set your house on fire fucking around.
Remember in Belly? Remember they did it in Belly way?
Yo, nasty. Listen,
but that ain't fun.
I remember.
Unless you're a professional.
Unless you're a professional blow torch torture. Look, I remember being a kid, and here's some dumb. All right, so now this is an impromptu segment, so I don't know where this is gonna go to, but we're gonna share stories of some dumb things we did as children. Okay, wake that up, Tracy. So one of the dumbest things I did as a kid, and I got a bonk on my forehead for it. Right, I was swinging. We was in the park, jumping on pissy mattresses, jumping on rusty bull rims, and I climbed up to the top of the rim and I hung on it, right? I hung on it and I'm shaking it. I think I'm Shaq. I'm shaking it. Shit falls over, hit me right in the head, bust my whole head open. What the fuck was I doing in that park? Okay, and it gets serious. It gets more real because then, well, I ain't gonna traumatize you guys because I got a couple of stories. But what are some things that you did as a child that was fun for you collectors, but ended up getting you jammed up, beloved? Fun shit.
We used to live on a Van Wyck, 140th and Rockaway, the house I was born in.
Okay.
So everybody know the Van Wyck Expressway. If you know Southside, before you go over that bridge into the end of Southside, it's the Van Wyck Expressway. So as kids, we was ghetto babies. That's the hood. We used to go down to the Van Wyck, and we used to pick like the little, whatever grew on the trees, it was like some kind of round fruit.
Yeah.
And we used to throw them at the vehicles passing. You know what I'm saying? And then one day, the dude pulled over and chased us down. You know where everybody ran to? My crib. You know who got in trouble? Me. You see what I'm saying? Because I was out there having fun.
Right.
It ended up bringing the trouble back to my rep. That's not having fun.
That's not having fun.
Because at the end of it, it wasn't fun. Yeah, it was fun up until we got caught and that shit came to my front door.
Right. Hey, look. I remember being young and selling candy, right? So I'm coming to you, Clubhouse, in a second. You two put your crazy stories in the comment section. I want to know all your business. Listen, I remember being a kid selling candy, and we used to finesse them. We'll sell the candy, we'll keep the bread, and they'll never get the candy, right? So we used to do this every year. Right? Relentless all the time. So this year, we go. Now, you knock on doors, and we knocked on doors, sold this candy to this Dominican dude, right? But we wasn't smart enough to do this outside of the hood. We did it in the hood. You hear me? And we'll just all take turns. All right, cool, it's your go. He knock on the door, sell him some candy, whatever. Yeah, we're going to bring you the candy back. They got it. We just sell it, bring the money, then they'll give it to us when we get back to school or whatever. Cool. Everybody knew. So everybody would take their turns. For whatever reason, I knocked on this Dominican dude door, sold him some candy, and took the money. It might have been like $10, $15. Yo, about 2 months later, might have been 3. I'm thinking I'm good. I'm going to the store. I see the nigga. I don't remember who it is, or I might have remembered who it is, but he clearly remembered me. He said, yo, come here for a second. Nigga grabbed me. He said, yo, where's my money? The nigga said, where's my money? The nigga grabbed me by my coat, the hood, and took me to my crib and said, yo, where's my money? Your kid took my money. I want my money back. He never brought me my candy. What are you doing? How are you raising this kid? Terrified. Bad decision as a kid. Tap in with us, though. Clubhouse, what's some crazy stories that you've been through? Bad decisions you made as a kid as we begin to wrap up? Tap in with us.
Mine wasn't even that bad. It was a basic old little petty theft story.
Don't water it down for us. Keep it 100.
Oh, don't worry. You know I'm not self-incriminating all. All right, well, boom. It's me and my girlfriend. We bored as hell. We already got money. We in high school. I do hair. I don't even know what the fuck she was doing. I didn't care that much. She getting her money. All right, cool. So we going to the store, to the malls every damn week. 1 week we done racked up $10,000 worth of shit just running through these daggone malls and getting on the bus to go right back home. Load up closets and take our ass to a whole nother mall. Right after that, we start from, I'm talking about 9 the fuck a.m. and be done by 8.
Wow.
8 p.m. we at the bus stop, like, whew, we had a good day. And
Right,
it's
right.
like, I'm talking about jewelry, perfume, pants, wallets, purses.
You was
I'm
getting
talking
to
about,
it.
I had
Wait,
26 fucking
what
wallets.
state? What state was this? Where were you?
I was in California, which
Okay.
was look. This is well past. I'm good. I'm cleared to speak on this.
Okay, Keisha, write that down. You too, write that down. Collectors.
No, she
And
ain't fucking me
how
up
old were
now,
you?
Joe.
How
You know what? Boy,
how old were you?
I was 17. That's the
You was
beauty. I was
you
in
was
high school.
17.
I was
Where
17, and
was
it was just
Columbus,
like
Ohio? What you said? Let's get
I
this
was
information.
17 living in North Kakalaki, South Carolina,
North
and
Carolina. Okay. And what's your mother's maiden name?
my mother's maiden name is Tootsie Foot. She was twice divorced from Butterscotch.
I'm not doing this with you tonight. I'm not doing this with her tonight. Um,
She
uh,
got away with it though.
uh,
Like I
tw-
peeped that we were being followed and was like, go now. Ran
Gotcha.
out them damn stores and was out.
Was out. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. Listen, man, the results of doing crazy things as kids, man. Oh man, so much, so much, so much. Listen, man, Live on Broadway podcast tonight was dope. Hit that Cash App. If you like the show, you understand me on YouTube, hit that Cash App, tap in with us. If you like a topic, you want to talk about a topic, DM me on Instagram. I am _ Broadway. Y'all see it. Y'all know what it is. It's always cheaper to be yourself. So why wouldn't you want to do that? Why wouldn't you want to be that? You hear me? Be Giant, man. We out of here, man. Shout out to 21, Ariel, Demetrius in the comments, my guy, Collector. Shout out to Keisha. Shout out to Trey. Shout out to everybody, man. Tapping in. I see my guy Sean. Y'all know the vibes, man. Tap in. It's cheaper to be yourself. Be Giant.
Click.